Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was recently released on digital and DVD, and while the movie does have its flaws, it does do a better job than previous live-action Resident Evil movies of staying true to the characters, locations, and events of the Resident Evil games, mainly the Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 remakes. Hey guys, it's Dan here, and today we'll be looking at the 7 things that Welcome to Raccoon City gets right when compared to the Resident Evil games. Number 1. The Orphanage. Those who have played the Resident Evil 2 remake will recognize the front gates of the orphanage in Welcome to Raccoon City, as the sign and paintings on the door are identical to the ones in the video game. In both the Resident Evil 2 remake and Welcome to Raccoon City, the orphanage is used as a harvesting facility for Umbrella's experiments. They're using the children from the orphanage to experiment on. In the Resident Evil 2 remake, Claire finds a letter from the orphanage director that reads, "As to the future of this facility, once it has been fully decontaminated, I plan to resume securing more test candidates." In Welcome to Raccoon City, we see a young Claire escape the orphanage after they try to take her to the testing facility to experiment on. When Claire is all grown up and returns to Raccoon City, she comes across a testing facility and some research materials.
This is where they were bringing kids from the orphanage. They were experimenting on them. This is where they tried to bring me.
Number 2. Leon the Rookie. In the Resident Evil 2 video games, both the 1998 and the 2019 versions, Leon's a rookie cop, and on his first day, he is stationed at the Raccoon City Police Department in the midst of a zombie outbreak.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. This is not how I imagined my first day.
In Welcome to Raccoon City, Leon is also characterized as the rookie cop, spending a large portion of the movie at the RPD.
I'm a rookie.
When we are first introduced to Leon in the movie, he is waking up in a motel room hungover from a night of drinking. While this scenario never occurred in any of the Resident Evil 2 games, it does come from a quote made by the director of 1998's Resident Evil 2, Hideki Kamiya. Kamiya explained in an interview that the reason that Leon arrived late at the RPD on his first day was because he broke up with his girlfriend and slept in after getting drunk in a motel. Number 3. Ben Bertolucci. In both Resident Evil 2 games, rookie cop Leon meets with investigative journalist Ben Bertolucci, who is imprisoned at the RPD by Chief Irons, after Bertolucci learns about Irons' involvement with Umbrella and Umbrella's dirty little secrets. In Welcome to Raccoon City, Leon discovers Bertolucci locked up at the RPD. While Ben never mentions that Chief Irons is the one that locked him up, he does say that he is being imprisoned for finding out the truth.
Why are you locked up?
Why? Because I found out the truth.
Number 4. The Truck Driver. In both Resident Evil 2 games, we see a truck driver get infected by the T-virus, drive his truck into Raccoon City, and crash. In Welcome to Raccoon City, the truck driver suffers the same fate, crashing his truck in front of the Raccoon City Police Department. There is also a lot of similarities between the truck driver scenes in the Resident Evil 2 remake and Welcome to Raccoon City. The truck driver eats burger, places burger on the dash, hits a zombie lady walking on the road, takes off his ball cap. Number 5. Costumes and locations. Unlike previous Resident Evil movies, the vast majority of locations that we see in Welcome to Raccoon City are the same to the ones that are in the games. Emmy's Diner, from Claire's scenario in Resident Evil 2, 1998. The Raccoon City Police Department, from Resident Evil 2. The Orphanage, from the Resident Evil 2 remake. The Spencer Mansion, Resident Evil 1. And the Train, Resident Evil 2. Welcome to Raccoon City also does a good job in placing the characters and costumes that players will be familiar with. Claire in her Resident Evil 2 remake attire. Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 2 remake. Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 1 remake. Richard Aiken in his brown shirt from the Resident Evil 1 remake. Hunk from 4th Survivor, Resident Evil 2 remake. And Ada Wong in her brown trench coat from the Resident Evil 2 remake. As far as enemies go, the Cerberus, the Licker, and Lisa Trevor all look spot on to their character models in the video games. Number 6. William Birkin injects himself with the G-Virus. In both Resident Evil 2 games, William Birkin injects himself with the G-Virus to save his life after he is shot. Birkin is then transformed into a grotesque monster. In Welcome to Raccoon City, Birkin also injects himself with the G-Virus after becoming one with a bullet. Number 7. Wesker betrays other STARS members. At the Spencer mansion, Wesker separates himself from the other STARS members, leaving them to fend off the horrors of the mansion by themselves, while he embarks on a solo mission to try and steal Umbrella's BOW embryos and other important data.
Wesker betrayed us, Chris. He was gonna leave us here to die.
In the movie, Wesker abandons Jill Valentine and the other STARS members in search of Birkin's virus samples. In the movie's end credits scene, we find out that Wesker and Ada Wong were working together to try to acquire the samples. In 2007's The Umbrella Chronicles, we find out that Ada and Wesker were teaming up to try to acquire the virus samples in Resident Evil 2. In Resident Evil 4's Separate Ways, we see Wesker and Ada team up again to try to acquire the Las Plagas parasite.
So I see you've managed to arrive at the village on time.
Yes, but nobody remembered to roll out my red carpet.
So those are 7 things that Welcome to Raccoon City gets right. Have you guys seen the movie yet? What'd you think? Please let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.